We're spending some time talking about the Hokie situation and just the pile of lunatics in this country. What in the hell is going on? We'll probably come back to that. But over the weekend, the Imus thing started. I don't know why this happened, but over the weekend, the Imus thing started getting under my skin. Just kind of there was so much hypocrisy carried within that story, and the fact that it landed on the same day as the Duke kids, and the treatment of the people involved, their reactions, their level of humility versus their level of "I told you so" or "I'm going to get you." There's some people that seem to be opportunists, and others that seem to be genuinely interested in some kind of discourse. But you know what nobody did was nobody talked to the Harrises. And by God, doesn't it seem like before any decision was made on Don Imus, the Harrises should have been consulted?
Well, if you want to know what America's thinking, that's where you got to go. I think it's very important what America's thinking.
Well, it's never too late. It is 7:34 and 41 degrees at the rep. Hello, this is Drew and Mike calling on WRAF Radio, and we're doing a Harris poll today, asking people named Harris what they felt about the resolution of the Don Imus situation.
I was sleeping.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I didn't mean to wake you.
Now that you're awake, what do you think?
I'm not awake. I'm still asleep.
You sound sort of awake.
Did you have any thoughts on the Imus situation, though? I know it's early and stuff, but it's kind of a serious situation. I'm sorry?
I don't have any thoughts on it.
You have no thoughts on it?
So if he had been kept on, that would have been fine with you. If he was fired, that was fine, too.
No. Yep.
Okay, so we'll put you down for keep him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put you down that
much.
They should have kept him. Okay.
And you wish him the best of luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
That time was the same everywhere. Seems like she ought to be up by now.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Well, that's a late sleeper.
Don't be afraid to get up. Hello? Hi, it's Drew and Mike calling on WRIF Radio, and we're doing a Harris poll today, asking people named Harris how they felt about the resolution of the Don Imus situation. Is that your dog?
Whoa. What was that?
No, she's getting called back.
Jeez. What a shrill, weird sound.
I think it's outrageous that the Rutgers basketball team did not meet with a group of Harrises.
Yeah.
Your call is being answered by Audit.
Should meet with every Harris.
Is not available. To leave a message, wait for the tone. Otherwise, for assistance, press 0 now. Record at the tone.
Yeah, we were doing a survey, doing a Harris poll, asking people about the Don Imus situation. We just spoke to somebody at this number, and the phone disconnected, and we weren't sure what happened because we didn't hear anything. We thought maybe we should call the phone company and get them out there.
Sound like maybe a dog, a shrill, like somebody stepped on a dog's paw or something. Should we call a vet? Send a vet over,
or is the phone company? Would you prefer the phone company? Because something happened with something definitely went wrong with the phone.
Something happened with a strange sound just up front.
Somebody at the residence was speaking with us, and then the phone disconnected. Apparently, they can't hear anything. We better get the phone company over there.
Yeah, I guess it better.
Definitely
sounds like it.
Is everything okay in there?
Oh, that's weird.
Could be voicemail, so I don't know. Well, we'll get the phone company over there ASAP. Anyway, thank you.
All right.
Like, for real. Come on, y'all.
Call her back. It's funny. I wonder if people don't want to touch this one. As if it matters what they say.
Oh, I know it. It's so done.
We'll see what Latrice thinks.
Latrice?
Yeah, I have a feeling Latrice is going to feel pretty good about the whole thing. I could be wrong.
Hello?
Hello, Miss Harris?
I'm sorry, you have the wrong number.
It's Drew and Mike calling on WRIF Radio. We're doing a Harris poll today, asking people named Harris how they felt about the Don Imus resolution with the Rutgers basketball team.
Uh-huh.
Were you happy with the way it was resolved?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you knew he was fired by CBS and by NBC?
No.
You didn't know that?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Okay, were you away for the weekend or something?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
okay.
was, you must have been away from a television, too, huh?
Yeah.
Boy, every channel had it round the clock.
You're kind of lucky. It was a little bit overdone, but yeah, he made some unfortunate comments about the Rutgers women's basketball team.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay, yeah.
He was fired by NBC and CBS.
Uh-huh.
And we just wondered if you agree with that decision.
No.
And why is that a freedom of speech thing, or you just felt they overreacted?
I think so.
Yeah.
So you would prefer... Are you a listener of his, by the way?
Yes, I am.
Oh, are you? Okay. So you like Don?
Yeah.
Okay.
And do you feel like he was the kind of guy that kind of went over the line occasionally, but overall you liked his show?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It wasn't kind of the right thing to say at the time, I guess.
Right.
No, I think everybody knows that. But do you think the Rutgers basketball team kind of milked it?
Sure.
You think Sharpton should have taken it a little slower? I mean, it seemed to me like Al Sharpton was completely out of control and just wanted to lynch him right then and there.
Yeah.
This is like the first Imus listener I've even heard from on the whole subject.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you feel kind of cheated. You have to find a new morning show now, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we should have a four-way kiss.
Well, it's kind of interesting. Radio now is being programmed by the Rutgers Women's Basketball Team. That's a scary thing.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you sound cute.
Yeah, she does sound cute.
How tall are you?
I just woke up, so I'm kind of happy right now. I'm about 5'2", 5'3".
She's just a little thing.
Yeah, 105 pounds to go with it?
Yeah.
Really?
Not too big.
She's
right?
a spinner.
Yes, you're a little spinner. And are you married?
No, I'm not.
You're single.
How old are you?
I'm going to be 21 pretty soon.
She's only 20 years old?
God.
Oh, my God. What a hot little thing.
What color hair and eyes?
I got brown hair and brown eyes.
Boy, that's amazing. You're an Imus listener and
yeah,
barely 21.
She's a young Imus
That's
listener.
interesting. Yeah, usually they're much older.
So you're pretty politically minded.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I used to have that in school all the time.
Yeah.
Are you? Would you describe yourself as petite, or are you kind of curvy, or?
Same, around.
Pardon me?
She's now officially embarrassed, I think. She started going, you know what, this is starting to sound like a sex call.
It was turning into one.
It was, slow but sure. It's funny how she went from having no idea that this event even happened to knowing everything.
Hello, ma'am. It's Drew and Mike calling on WRIF Radio, and we're doing a Harris poll, asking people named Harris if they were satisfied with the resolution of the Don Imus situation.
No, I don't think they should have fired him.
You felt like just a suspension would have been okay?
Yeah, suspension would have been fine. They didn't have to fire him.
Yeah, it did. Well, after seeing the Rutgers basketball team say they accepted his apology, and he did meet with them after he was fired, I mean, it seemed like his heart was in the right place at least.
At least, right. And he's a controversial person anyway. He said more things than that before. We got to stop carrying our feelings on our shoulders,
Right. That's a great point. Well said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think, what do you think of the Reverend Sharpton? Do you think he was a little out of hand with this thing?
Yeah, he went overboard with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like he smelled blood from the first minute.
Yeah, and he's another controversial character,
I think it's time for a change of horses with him, get some new blood in there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because
I think Sharpton is pretty divisive, isn't he?
He certainly is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to keep everything in a kind of an uproar, it seems.
It seems like that.
Yeah.
Well, I felt like the mainstream media over the weekend especially, I got the feeling like everyone was happy with what happened, and this is going to create some new discourse on the subject, and, rappers are going to be asked to stop calling people hoes and all this stuff, and I thought, this doesn't seem to me how the general public feels.
Oh, it's not even about all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like if you say something stupid, people are going to say something stupid in the course of a 4 or 5 hour radio show.
Absolutely.
Appreciate your time, ma'am.
Yeah, you got a nice balanced viewpoint, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice, very refreshing.
Okay.
Thanks
And
for-
now, what's your name again?
It's Drew and Mike at WRIF Radio.
Oh, okay, Drew and Mike.
Okay.
All right, you have a great day.
Yeah, you too, ma'am.
Okay.
All right,
Bye-bye.
see ya.
Bye-bye.
Well, now, there you go. That's weird. Oh, that was nice.
I did not expect that reaction. Oh, hello, Mr. Harris. It's Drew and Mike calling on WRIF Radio. We're doing a Harris poll today, asking people named Harris how they felt about the resolution of the Don Imus situation.
His timing was terrible. You know, I'm not much for name calling and all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying, but it's just, his timing was just bad, man.
So you were happy that he was fired from his job?
No, I'm not saying I was happy he was fired, but, you know, when you get on public network, you got to be very, very cautious about what you do with public network, man. You know what I'm saying? It take a few seconds for 10 million people to get the message. So he misused the public network waves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only reason I think anybody that does that ought to.
Do you think his apology was sincere?
Well, I haven't heard the apology.
Oh, you haven't?
I think they need to concentrate more on
Every 5.
the people that they make that to.
Well, the
Right.
Rutgers basketball
Well.
team accepted his apology because after he was fired for the second time, he did meet with the team at the governor's mansion, although the governor was almost killed on the way there.
Car accident, jeez.
But they did accept his apology. I was kind of impressed to see that, actually, on their part.
However, the
Well, I mean,
referee
they're not. It goes to speak to tell you right there. They're college girls.
Right,
So they go to show you they're not that ignorant.
right.
Well,
You feel me? So you have to treat people like that a little different from someone that don't have no education. You know what I'm saying? They might bring it upon themselves for you to think negative of them, but here they're doing everything positive.
well, I was impressed with them, to be honest. The only thing was I thought that, you know, for them to say it was going to ruin their life. One girl said it would affect her for the rest of her life.
Yeah,
Well,
it was a little over the top.
People put a 10 on it, but then you have to worry about they're still kids. See, everybody's forgetting they're not adults. You're dealing with somebody's child now.
Yeah.
And you can't put damage on a child more so than you can another adult.
Well,
Yeah, but I mean,
except
they're college kids. I mean, I think the one girl that said it would wreck her whole life, I think was a little extreme. You know,
Well, I mean, people do that. You know what I'm saying? But the fact is, if he would have never said this, none of this would ever take place.
Well, yeah, I think that's why he has apologized a lot.
He dug a hole for himself. Now he got to lay in it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah,
And
no,
I wouldn't care the way I'm just a straight American, and I don't care if you're black, white, brown, yellow, green, or whatever. When you start using foul, especially about kids, you know, we got to put a check on that. You know, I mean, we're talking about kids now. We're not talking about another adult like comedians, like the comedian did at the at the comedy show. So that's
Michael Richards
going off on each other.
Right.
Well, except
these are college.
When a person's
College level,
style
not
is
4-year-olds.
entirely different. Because I would be very offended if a black man said something to a Caucasian child to offend a Caucasian child. I'd be up in that child's defense.
Well, except have you ever heard sports talk radio talk about Division I college men's athletes? I mean, they say some awful things and are terribly critical of them sometimes.
Yeah, but they're not addressing it to. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And then there's a difference between the way you address a man about something and the way you address a woman. Women are just more sensitive.
Yeah, I would agree. If he had said it about a men's basketball team,
it would have been entirely different.
It would have been different, yeah.
Entirely different because we got a couple basketball coaches. They slap their players and call them all kind of names, but it's part of their game plan. You know what I'm saying? And either you get with the plan or just don't play with the team. But you got to be kind of careful about what you do on this news thing, man. I mean.
Well, except he has long been an entertainment program. I mean, I think he thought he was being funny. He obviously was not funny. But the question is, does the punishment befit the crime?
Well, the basketball team didn't fire him. The audience didn't fire him. The people that sponsor him for the money don't want to have nothing else to do with him. So.
Well, that's true. Of course,
I see that happen to so many guys today. You know, they go out there and they mess up, and like Kobe Bryant lost a Nike contract behind his stupid behavior. I mean, who does this guy think he is?
Except Kobe Bryant was found not guilty.
But he still was there He still participated in a foul act. He should have never been involved with that girl anyway. He's a married man. What the hell he's doing messing with this young girl?
Yeah, well, what he did was stupid, but
you're right.
he didn't.
We giving this, how much money did we get Kobe? I done lost track. Damn, doesn't it mean something?
Except he didn't lose his job.
Kobe, all these guys, I'm talking about black athletes too. They need to check themselves. We're giving them all this money, all this publicity, and all they can do is. I don't understand it, man.
Well, the only difference is Don Imus was not accused of a crime. It was a bad choice of words, obviously.
Well, it's the same as. Man, that's not saying you hate black people, man. I mean, it's the same thing. If a black person would have said it about a Caucasian, he said that he hate Caucasians. You know,
Charles Barkley said he hated white people.
Well, I mean, Charles Barkley got his ass kicked a couple of times for putting his foot in his mouth, too.
I don't recall him losing any jobs, but I don't know. I think some people felt there was a double standard in that arena.
Yeah.
But, you know, you're entitled to your opinion. I understand what you're saying. A lot of people were upset about it, and a lot of people were satisfied with the fact he did lose his job. So you're by no means alone.
Yeah, well, I'm not really saying that I'm happy he lost his job, because I don't like to see no American lose their job.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
I'm just keeping it real, and you're talking to a black man. And,
well,
I just hate to see anybody lose their career over something so petty and foolish. I mean,
it was
all the years he put into his job.
We saw Carolyn Cheeks Kilpatrick, who's a representative from Detroit. She was on CNN on, I think it was Thursday night, and she said she was delighted he lost his job. And I thought, boy, that's a strange way of looking at it.
Is the show called Bill Maher?
Bill Maher.
I'm watching him, and some of the stuff they were saying, man, like, okay, they had another Caucasian comedian on there saying some real foul stuff about Hillary Clinton. But when he finished, I'm just joking. But, man, people take that serious, you're saying. You know what I mean?
Well, Bill Maher's a comedian, though. That's a comedy show. I mean, I
understand. I know what you're saying. But I'm just saying, people take some of the stuff that they say serious.
Except,
I think the airways is just the wrong place to use those choice of words. That's all I'm saying, man.
So you think there should be a restriction on freedom of speech?
I think they talk about censorship. They need to step up to the game. I mean, you know, you got young little 5- and 6-year-old kids running around here. Listening to this stuff. I hear a black program yesterday about the N-word. How about it's okay for blacks to say the N-word, and if you ain't socially accepted by the blacks, you can't say the N-word to them, and da-da-da-da-da. Man, that word is just a damn word. And you ain't, the N-word don't mean nothing until you respond to it. Once they say it and you respond to it, must be some truth there.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. That's
the way I feel about it. I'm 50 years old, so I've been around the word for like 53 years.
So you think it's okay for a black person to use the N-word?
I think it's okay if a black person could use it. I think anybody could use it because it's just a damn word. And people need to get over it. This is not the 1800s no more.
Isn't that the same thing Don Imus did, except he used a different series of words?
Yeah, but I'm talking about now you're talking about addressing people's kids. What adults do...
Except those are public figures. Those are Division I basketball players on ESPN.
An educator? Come on, man.
Who's an educator?
Taking advantage of the tools they're giving you to work with. This man is like 60 years old. He really should know better.
Yeah, he looks like 90, too.
That's probably part of the problem is his age.
Saying, the ones that are in their 50s and 60s, 40s, ain't no excuse for them, man. I can see a young kid, dumb rapper, you know what I'm saying, don't know any better, uneducated. All he knows is when crap come out of his mouth. You know, he say some foul stuff like that. But I'm talking about when you get up in the Puff Daddy stages and these Jay-Z's $33 million and stuff, man, you better watch what you say out your mouth, man.
Those guys are as loose as anybody with what they say about women. They have no respect for women.
I know, but they're not talking about people's children. See, that's what I'm saying. We got the category of adults and children mixed up.
You're saying because they're not addressing somebody or some group of people specifically, everything is stated in generalities.
You know, children buy those records, though.
Yeah, I understand that. But if you feel now, let me explain something to you. Now, I learned this years ago. For every person to get a chance to put out a filthy record like that, right? If I gave that guy $5 million this year. The guy that's paying the $5 million, how much is he making?
Well, he's probably making 10 if he's
Okay,
paying
so
5.
that's what I'm saying. So for them to put it out there for the children to listen to, if the companies didn't put it out there, people couldn't buy it.
But you don't think you don't think MSNBC and CBS make money off of Don Imus?
Yeah, that's what I know that. But they're willing to give the money up, though, if they're firing them.
You know what? The line's getting scratchy here. I think there's, for some reason, the phone, I can't hardly hear you. I think we're going to hear Dalton any second now.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
That must be a sunspot. That guy was in love with his voice. The longer he talked, the tighter the circle became.
I kind of knew what he was saying. It's just this double standard for words and terms and groups versus children.
That's where he went wrong. I mean, he had some of the other stuff. I mean, exactly right as far as if it had been a group of guys versus women. All that, he's got all that right. And he had some other things right. But, yeah, when he started getting into those are kids, man. And it's okay for the rappers to say everything they're saying because they're not talking to kids. Well, they are talking to kids. It's kids buying those records. That's what Jason Whitlock was talking about. That's that prison culture that's influencing black youth that are looking up to that are seeing those people as heroes. I mean, that's exactly where you're marketing all that to. Give me a break. Look at who's buying the records. Give me a...
And the Rutgers team was not a team. It's not like this was a...
they weren't 4-year-olds either.
They're 18 years old at
I know,
least.
he kept saying the kids. It's like they're college kids. I mean, come on.
Something about this started to stink in my mind over the weekend. I couldn't figure out, why is this bugging me? And I realized it's because... they've been cramming Division I basketball, women's basketball down our throat for like 5 years now, acting like it's just as important as men's basketball. It's on ESPN too, and now all of a sudden these are fragile 11-year-old girls or something.
Yeah, right.
Who are
can't take it. That are just bowled over from this, unrecoverable.
All of a sudden we're supposed to treat them like chicks, whereas before they have Title IX, they have equal scholarship money, they're supposed to get everything the men get. It's like, okay, well, if they're getting everything the men get, then shouldn't they occasionally be subjected to the stupid comment like men athletes are?
Exactly.
Well, you guys think it would be worse to take a Division I football player and shred him the way people do on talk radio than some ancient white guy saying nappy-headed hoe? And, I mean, I would never even hear that. I would be more offended if I was a Division I football player and they were...
Well, what I'm
ruining their season,
Oh yeah, ruining their season.
We all know what that's all about, though. That's just playing the victim all the way. That's all that is.
Well, you'll get people going for hours on sports talk radio about some 18-year-old football player. Absolutely,
that would be worse, I would think, wouldn't you?
Yeah. And not only that, the Don Imus thing was played to them. Somebody took that to them, trying to cause trouble, because those kids did not listen to Don Imus.
No, of course they didn't. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And then once Sharpton heard of it, it was over.
Right. He wanted to do something. That was the
end of it.
It was almost a joyous mission.
Absolutely.
Hello. Miss Harris, it's Drew and Mike calling on WRIF Radio, and we're doing a Harris poll today to see what your opinion was on the resolution of the Don Imus situation.
What?
Don Imus, the talk show host who called some names, the Rutgers Women's Basketball Team. Maybe you heard the story?
No, I don't think I did.
You know that talk show host?
Been somewhere around a clue lately?
That Don Imus, real rough-looking guy, looks real old guy with wild, scraggly blonde hair.
I do remember something like that, yes.
Yeah. He made some remarks about the Rutgers Women's Basketball Team and was fired from MSNBC and CBS Radio for his comments, and we wondered if you were satisfied with that.
Well, no, I like to see nobody get fired.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you mean because of the First Amendment or just because it's extreme?
Because everybody needs their job.
Yeah. Well, there's a darling little way to bottom line that.
That's the first time I've heard that said out of all the things we've heard.
You put it so simply. And it's a beautiful statement. Everybody needs a job. He had one, he lost it, so it's not good.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So you think
can I go back to sleep?
You certainly can, man.
Going back to bed.
Absolutely. You're entitled to it after a great remark like that.
All right.
All right. Good night. Good night.
Bye-bye.
We should put an X on her name. That's awesome, man. On the other hand, Sharpton's keeping his, of course.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
No, he's at his job for life.
You're not kidding.
He cannot. The politically correct thing to do is for him to always have a job.
Yeah, as long as there's blacks and whites living, he's got a job.
Hello, Ms. Harris. It's Drew and Mike calling on WRIF Radio, and we're doing a Harris poll, asking people named Harris what they feel about the resolution of the Don Imus situation. He's the man who made us the comments about the Rutgers Women's Basketball Team.
What are you asking me?
What you thought of he was fired from CBS and MSNBC, and did you feel that was justified in light of his comments?
We thought it was pretty serious. There's been a lot of other things that have been needed to been taken care of that were more serious than that, and I understand both sides of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it sounds to me like you don't think he should have been fired because there's more serious things that go on out there.
Yeah. Did they give a reason? Did he give a reason why he was fired?
Well, they just said that his comments were stupid and that they were over the line. And
well, most of it is. If you watch a commercial. And, you know, and I'm an old lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was brought up in the old school, so some of that doesn't go over very good.
Right.
With you.
But firing him might be a little much in your eyes.
I do this day and age when we need our money so bad.
Yeah, I don't think the consequences will really bother him too much. Although I think the guy lived for his job, actually.
Sure.
Yeah, certainly he didn't want to lose his job, and he enjoyed doing what he was doing. But as far as by being fired, it's not like he's going to die and die of the elements and end up homeless or anything.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get away with a lot more. How about these three women that went off with the records that are important to somebody, and they're going to keep their job?
Talk that way.
Were they? Wait. Well, let's see. Are we talking about some file sharing, maybe?
No. The three women at the courthouse.
The three women at the courthouse.
I think you're talking about a local story there. Yeah. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. And some identities were stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a pretty serious crime too.
And that's going to slide by. They're going to get in. They're going to get their jobs back.
What the hell are you talking about?
Some an identity theft story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
okay.
you make a good point. I appreciate your time, Ms. Harris.
Well, I don't know if I helped you any
or not. No, you did. You helped us a lot.
Okay.
All right, listen, you have a great day, ma'am.
You too, and thank you for calling.
Okay, bye-bye. I like the way she talks like a monotone. You know what? She's a female Ted Turner.
You make very compelling arguments.
She talked like this. And that's how I feel about it. And that's how I feel about it.
Thank you very much, Lynn. And we just love baseball a lot, and this team would...
What about Lynn? Want to talk with the Rutgers?
Does he make a lot of money?
Thank you very much.
I don't know if he should have been fired.
Teams, Ted. How does this one compare?
Well,
that's what it was. It was driving me crazy, the whole call. That's exactly what it is.
Well, I don't know. I got to say, it seems to me that the public, the Harrises at least, who were not consulted, and should have been, should always be consulted.
Always. In fact, I think Imus should have apologized to the Harrises, each and every one.
The Harrises seem to want to keep him in his job for some reason.
Yeah, the Harrises, they were pretty balanced.
I don't know. Is this thing, as time goes on with this thing, it starts to seem more frenetic, like, how did all this happen so fast?
Sharpton.
Sharpton.
Sharpton using the media. And that was it right there. I got to tell you, right there. That's the whole deal.
I go back to over the weekend when, again, something started to smell really bad, and I couldn't even figure out what bugs me about this. And one was like, wait a second. They've been telling us that Division I women's basketball is so big, like they're almost like public figures.
Right.
And now when people wanted him out or people were outraged, they acted like they were 13-year-olds or something who had never asked to be commented on. The game was on ESPN, too.
Right.
So, I mean, those are public figures.
Yes.
And they've jammed that down our throat.
Right.
And then all of a sudden when a little, stupid comment, and believe me, I swear, I do not care for Don Imus, and I don't want to defend him. I just get worried when when all of a sudden we start getting Al Sharpton as the program director of speech,
the world,
or
of the country,
or the First Amendment is suddenly defined by Al Sharpton
it's
and
outrageous.
Jesse Jackson, people that have abused it themselves. I guess it's a freedoms thing. It's like, who's making the rules on what people can say and can't say?
Right.
And all of a sudden you get these people who clearly have no business being program directors. The other thing that happened over the weekend was I saw the clip of Sharpton and those guys in the other studio, like, pointing at Imus and laughing at him.
Right.
Like, here's this guy who's, like, basically begging the world to forgive him.
Right.
And they're laughing at him.
Sure, yeah. They're having a field day with him.
We've got you by the big ones, buddy.
And they did.
Yeah, and it just had this awful
they kicked
feeling.
around like a piñata.
It was the same kind of thing I felt when I heard Carolyn Cheeks Kilpatrick say how...
I think it was a gross display.
It was.
Of power that
it was
they
sickening.
have.
It was as disrespectful as what he did almost.
I really think the bigger issue coming out of this thing should be the dismissal of both of those guys in the role that they play in this society. I think they're completely out of control, and this was extreme. They really went over the top.
Yeah, they
on
smelled
this one.
blood. Because I never had any sympathy for him. Except at that moment, I felt like, I thought, okay, he's actually had the cojones to go on Sharpton's show and take his lumps.
He did.
Yeah, and I thought he deserved more respect than that.
Than he received, absolutely.
But no one demands anything of Al Sharpton.
And again, these two guys are reverends.
Right, and now
this is, these are supposedly God-fearing men,
And then I think there's a freedom of speech issue in here too.
Of course there is.
It's the freedom of stupid speech.
Of course there is.
And the op-ed page had an editorial on the other day that stupid speech is protected too.
Right,
and
absolutely.
he said a stupid thing, and what should happen is the marketplace should just go, you know what? I don't like this guy anymore. I'm not going to listen to him.
Sure.
And then his ratings die, and then people refuse to go to sponsor the show.
Right.
But instead, they went the opposite way, and they went to the sponsors and put pressure on them, and then all of a sudden they're in trouble. And that's frightening because that could happen to anyone.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And when you're responsible for 4 hours a day speaking, the chance of saying something stupid is pretty generous.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no question about it.
It could happen to anybody.
Absolutely. And remember, it's not even specific to people on the radio. It's look what happened. Look what Sharpton did to that prosecutor.
Well, you know what?
That was so outrageous what went on there.
That was so much worse than what Don Imus did.
Oh, man. That was incredible,
to be honest,
what happened there.
I think the public heard more about the Rutgers basketball team than they ever heard about Steve.
Oh.
I can't even think of the guy's last name, the prosecutor that went through all this.
Yeah, that's right.
And not to mention the fact Sharpton refuses to apologize to the Duke lacrosse players.
I know he does.
He led marches against.
Yep, that's right.
And he had his head up his ass. He didn't know what he was talking about. I know.
He needs to be dethroned. He really does. And I wish the black community would do that. I really do. I wish they would remove his stripes.
But it was kind of fascinating.
There's better men to follow.
It was fascinating that all those things happened at the same time to see how differently they were treated.
Yeah.
Because nobody even suggests the stripper lose her job as a stripper. In fact, when I started thinking about the quote-unquote stripper, I remember the lecture we got about calling her a stripper. She's a mother.
That crap.
It was like, well, come on. What?
Yeah, it's like she's a stripper. She's a mother who's a stripper.
It's like the First Amendment needs 20 sub-amendments within it.
Yeah.
To guide people on how they can survive in their lives and their jobs. I don't know. It's just so weird.
Oh, it's absurd.
But the joke in the end, I think, is going to be when Imus gets a satellite deal that's worth a lot of money. And,
sure.
And he just kind of broadcasts off into the sunset. Yeah, he'll survive.
Right, absolutely.
But the whole thing was really scary because now you got people really tiptoeing around the radio, and that's not what the radio's for. The radio's supposed to make people think, and it's supposed to bring about discussion and whatever. And just because one guy says something stupid doesn't mean everyone should have to, measure their words so carefully and not speak from their hearts.
Right. And all this mandated by Sharpton, who himself on his radio show has had plenty of outrageous things to say as well.
Well, that's what I think is coming, honestly, is we're going to start hearing things that have come out of the airwaves, out of his voice.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think people are working on that as we speak.
And you watch. He will not lose his job, and he will never apologize to those Duke lacrosse players who deserve an apology from him.
Of course.
But anyway, the Harris is putting a little perspective, a little different glint on things.
Yeah.
And that Harris poll, Drew and Mike exclusive, as always.
As always.